Hello, hello. Not sure if you can see us. We're still waiting. There we go. We got a red button on vMix. So welcome to Live Art Mini, everybody. Stephen Smith coming to you from InsideOut Studio in Hamilton. And I'm here with Mr. Brett Garrett today. Brett, anyone you want to say hi to?
Oh, I want to say hi to my new best buddy. Her name's Grace.
Grace?
And I want to say hi to my little kids. Her name's Pam.
Okay. Grace and Pam, your coach and your new best buddy. Hello, if you're watching out there. If not, you can always check it out on YouTube after the fact. But we're kicking off November, which is kind of make it yourself DIY art materials. So this first lesson is actually going to be a two-part lesson inspired by my wife, who does her own inks made from natural organic materials. So Brett, I made some beet ink at home, and we're going to be making some blackberry ink as well as some turmeric ink. And we're going to visit in with Allison Davis for part of that as well. So Brett and Allison have prepared some designs, and we're going to be painting those in on watercolor paper with natural handmade inks.
Don't forget this.
Don't forget that. Yep. We've got a lot of Holly Jolly Hamilton events coming up in the future, so we'll mention those in just a little bit. But first, we want to get to know you, Brett, a little bit better. And see anything on TV yesterday that we were talking about this morning?
Oh, I've been watching Christmas Days on Hallmark.
You've been watching Home Alone. You started your Christmas movies already. That's cool. So I used to have the Hallmark channel. We'd watch all those movies. But then Brett's also a Bengals fan like myself. So unfortunately, they did not do so well yesterday. How do you feel about that?
Oh, not too good. Not too good.
Not too good. Yep. They look kind of rough out there, but hopefully they'll bring it back later this season. So on top of that, we also want to give a shout out to Sherry Armstead and everyone over at Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. They're our season-long sponsor for Live Art Mini, so thank you so much for letting us bring this show to everyone out there on Facebook. So go check them out on Sims Road in Fairfield. The holidays are coming, Brett. So you could do some shopping over at Symmetry, do some shopping here at InsideOut Studio, get something special, unique, and one-of-a-kind, handmade for a loved one, a family member, or a friend. So shall we jump into some inks? All right, I'm going to go to our creativity camera, and I'll say, I think this has a new, updated, crisper look to it. Having trouble fading there. So thank you to Middletown Community Foundation. We got to upgrade in our technology. So we're setting up a bunch of new iPads for the art studio. And we got to update our camera for Live Art Mini. So it's going to be a little bit crisper. It's not so shaky in terms of the feed there. So I'm no tech expert, but testing this out, I think it looks a lot better. So Brett, I'm going to slide this over in front of you. We're going to move your piece out of the way for just a second. So if you look at our screen here, everyone is looking at this area right in front of you. So that's what the feed's going to be. So first things first, we made some beet ink. And Brett, if you want to grab that other sheet of paper over there, that's going to be our tester. So I know it's hard to see because it's in the cup directly overhead, but you can just do a couple test runs with a few strokes of the beet ink so people can see how vibrant that is. Yep. Go ahead. Doesn't matter what you're painting, we're just doing a little test strip. There you go. So if you've ever worked with natural beets, you know how intense the coloring is, and you also know how much it stains your fingers when you're working with them. So for this one, it's pretty much just boiled down beets. So I took the skins off yesterday, cut them down into about 1/2-inch squares, and then boiled them with water for about 40 minutes. And then what we'll do is take out the actual solid beets, and then what you're left with is the beet juice, which you could use as a paint. So pretty intense. That's like a nice, really, really intense magenta. And then right now, we'll move some of this to the side. I'm going to be carefully moving this out of your way there, Brett, because I will warn you, as well as Allison sitting across from us, beets stain your fingers and can stain clothes. So it's a very, very intense pigment that comes out of there. So what Brett and I are going to do for our first experiment is we're going to smash up some blackberries, strain off the solids, and see if we can create some blackberry ink. And while we're prepping that, I say, if anyone wants to give us a comment, give us a like, see what you're doing out there. We're happy to respond to you. We've got Kim behind the scenes looking out for comments and letting us know. Evan, want a snack today? We got some blackberries here.
Yeah. Yeah, you want that? Go ahead.
I've got Evan Pullman to my left that just had a little snack. Allison's partaking. Brett, would you like a blackberry? There we go. Those look nice and fresh. How they taste?
Good.
All right, let's see if they look as good as they taste. I'm actually not a blackberry fan. The texture of all the little seeds in there kind of get to me. All right, Brett, really, we're just going to start smashing them up. I'm going to get that spoon in there. You can already see some nice violet juices spraying off onto the side of the cup. I believe it's called muddling. The official term is muddling. From what I know, that's what they call when you're smashing up fruit in a cup. Let me help you out there, but I'm going to smash some against the edges. We've got enough of them. We could put them into a huge bucket, just get in there and smash them with our feet. Like that old I Love Lucy episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You probably have to have all the seeds on that.
Yeah. All right, so you can see those are starting to get all smashed and juicy. So we got Lisa Scremezy Jones out there saying hello to all of you talented people. So we got some fans out there, everybody.
Oh, wow. That's good.
And Allison Darlene says hi to you as well.
Hi, Mom.
Should be very proud of Allison. She does an amazing job. She's in the midst of working on the commission. We just got to get the materials for her. But she's taking some time to do some live art mini with us today. All right, let's see if we can strain some out into this cup. You might have some bits in there, but this is an experiment, so we'll see what we can do. Got some blackberry compote. Make a cobbler at the end of the show. All right.
Make it for Terry.
Make a cobbler for Terry. We could do that. All right. So I'm going to test this one first. It's going to dip. We're using a watercolor brush, so that's going to absorb a lot of the juice. So talking about the watercolor brushes and past live art minis, they're meant to trap water. There we go. So I'm just trying that one out. Brett, you want to give it a try there? You can use the same brush. So it looks really, really similar to watercolor paint. That one looks thinner than the beet ink. I'm going to say one thing that we didn't do is that you can add gum arabic to it, and that comes in either a gel or a powder. So gum arabic actually makes it a little bit thicker and more like an oil paint. All right, good to go. All right, Brett, so you've got some blackberry paint and you've got some beet paint. We should call it ink, I should say. So I'd encourage you to use the small brushes, and then we can just enjoy you painting on your pre-made design for a little bit before we switch over to Allison, which will be making some turmeric paint, which is like a yellow-orange. So you can use either blackberry or the beet. Just be aware of, we'll keep the beet ink on the paper, and then also use the edge. Make sure you don't get too much on your brush. Like we said, it's already starting to stain. So whenever you're using natural materials, it's going to stain your fingers for just a bit. Evan's stealing all of the rest of our blackberries over here.
Oh, I did not.
Now, Allison will keep the tester page for you when we make that turmeric ink.
I stole them all.
So you got a nice swath of magenta going on there.
I stole them all.
And then while Brett's painting, I do want to remind everyone out there of some of our shopping events. So this Friday, we've got what's called Illuminate Hamilton in downtown. So there's going to be extra lights being projected on buildings. If you've been in downtown Hamilton recently, they've got a bunch of snowflakes up on Main Street. They've got the lights up in the trees on High Street. So a great shopping event from 5 to 9. We're going to be open late for that. So come check us out, say hi. And then also this weekend, we're venturing over to Lakota East High School in Westchester. So we've got their winter market. We're going to have a booth there on Saturday and Sunday. Jody, man, you're very excited for that one, aren't you? So we're venturing to your neck of the woods for Lakota East Craft Fair this weekend.
How about me?
What are you most excited about, Evan? And then Brett, I say leave some room there for some blackberry ink, some change it up. And we don't have to fill in the whole thing right now. You can also wait for some of that turmeric paint to be made. All right, so try some of your blackberry on there. And then we'll let the right side dry as well. And then a little bit later, maybe not during the live show, we can see if the layering effect would be helpful.
How about Terry? Yeah. See, how about Terry?
Yep, definitely a little bit lighter, duller, more sophisticated, kind of red-violet. You can keep going with that. And then tomorrow, Brett, we're starting a special project up at Dayton Metro Libraries. We haven't announced this yet publicly, but we want to commission for a new branch called the Burkhart Branch. So we're going to be traveling up to Dayton with some of the artists and some glass pieces, putting together some of the different glass pieces that are going to go onto the wall up at that new branch. It's not going to be till spring till it gets installed. But it's exciting because your painting was used as the backdrop for that. So stay tuned out there on Facebook. We'll have more pictures of that and some of the progress as things go. But that is a few months out. Oh, you can wait there if you like. So that's a good time to pause. What we're going to do is do a quick break for Debbie and Sherry from Symmetry Boutique and Gallery. They've got a video that we put out there since our season sponsors, and also a special for anyone watching Live Art Mini to go get some deals over at Symmetry Boutique and Gallery.
Hi, it's Sherry, and I'm here with Debbie at Symmetry. We just want to take a moment to say thanks for your love and support of Symmetry Boutique and Gallery, because we love you at Inspiration Studios as much as you love us. Come see us. Come see some of our
All right, we're coming back at you. Shifting things over here, so we're going to go visit with Miss Allison Davis. So bear with us for a second. So you can see a shot of the design that she created. I'm going to set up over here. Allison, if you'd like to start painting on yours, we're going to swing the beet ink and the blackberry ink over in your direction. And I'll get us all situated to make some of that turmeric ink. Quick readjustment. I'm really happy with our new camera.
She said, oh.
Definitely not as shaky as the last one. All right, what's the inspiration for your design today, Allison?
I don't really know. I just kind of went with it.
So you've got a nice abstract style. And while you're painting, can we talk and paint? Just gonna see what your favorite thing you're looking forward to for the holidays is. Here's some blackberry paint.
I'm looking forward to the good food my mom makes. And holiday movies.
Are you more of a Thanksgiving person or a Christmas person?
I like them both.
Gotcha. I always look forward to turkey and stuffing.
I do too.
They get two out of these.
Is it working, Stephen? Yeah. Is it working that one? The word dot? Yeah.
All right, we'll do a couple more sections there, and then we're going to try our hand at making some turmeric paint, turmeric ink.
I feel like you can control this a lot better, this ink.
Do you like it better than the regular watercolors we use?
Yes.
Oh. I was going to say, we're also going to feature you on next week's Live Art Mini. We're going to continue making some inks from organic natural materials. You can see a project from start to finish. Alrighty. So if we will, we're going to slide your painting off to the side. Then we'll bring it over the next cup.
All around.
And then we've got some turmeric here. Have you ever heard of this?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, okay.
I know what turmeric is.
All right. So it's used mainly, I've known about it from Indian food. I'm not sure if you're a fan of Indian food, but it gives curries a nice bright color.
I love Indian food.
Awesome. I love it too. You have a favorite dish?
I just like it all.
I'm going to pop this open here. This too, I mean, why it makes a good ink is because it stains really easily. I'm not sure if you've ever been cooking with turmeric. You get it on your fingers, they're going to stay yellow for a couple days.
Are you making coffee?
We're making paints out of organic materials.
Oh, yeah.
We're live on Facebook now too. You want to make a guest appearance?
What?
We're live on Facebook right now. So we've got John from Mojo Construction in the house stopping by to say hi. Oh, he got a little camera shy. All right, so that should be a good amount. So when I looked it up, it said roughly 2 tablespoons of turmeric, 5 tablespoons of the isopropyl alcohol, which we have here. So that's a 2 to 5 part ratio. So I'm just going to guesstimate it. So let me get the cap off of here.
You need some measuring spoons and measuring cups, Stephen.
I know. We can start our own cooking show after that. So I'm going to start with that. We got the extra spoon that we can stir things up with. Let's see where that disappeared to. Oh, there it is over by Evan. Evan grabbed our blackberries and our spoon. Look at that. So if you want to do a little bit of mixing. So I know it takes a while from the turmeric to really get absorbed into the alcohol. Most paints, I'm going to get art nerdy on you, Allison, while you're mixing that. Most paints have a binder. And most paints traditionally came from natural minerals. So when you think about the types of browns, burnt sienna, Van Dyke brown, those are referring to different parts in Europe that the dirt was actually ground down and mixed in with Damar crystals and made Damar varnish. That's where the initial oil paints were made. But this is kind of a rudimentary technique. Like I mentioned, there's usually a binder that attaches whatever pigment to the liquid and really makes it more thoroughly combined together. So I was saying, notice that if anyone out there knows the term archival, these are not archival. These will fade much quicker than the paints that you'll buy in the store. But still pretty cool to make your own paints from scratch. How's it looking?
It's grainy, but it's mixed up.
Still grainy? Okay. All right, I think it's mixed enough to give it a tester. So we'll slide the test paper in there. And then you can grab one of those watercolor brushes. See how it's looking? That's pretty intense.
Uh-huh.
It's more of like a
Goldenrod.
golden color. Mm-hmm.
But I don't like this because it's grainy. You can see the grain.
Yeah, and I say, I'll bet after the painting process, when the paint gets absorbed into the watercolor paper, or the ink gets absorbed in
See,
there.
look at it. You can see it all over the
Gotcha. You hold it up to the camera so people can see it.
all over the brush.
Yeah, you can see the little grains of turmeric in there. So maybe some more thorough mixing. I can take care of that if you want to bring your painting back into the scene. I'll just be over here mixing, and Allison can continue working. Uh-oh, lost the tip of the brush. I like that two-tone magenta, though. Smells like we're painting with hand sanitizer with that alcohol in there.
It does. All right, let me get you a bucket of water. We can rinse out the turmeric brush that has the grains on it. Try for a fresh start.
That one? All right, go ahead, put your name on that one down there, man. I'll find the stamp.
So everybody knows who did it.
Hi, Jerry.
If you wouldn't mind handing me your other brush, I can rinse that out for you. Thank you. Like I said, this will be a two-part series. You can come back next week. We're going to try to make some inks out of spinach. Evan, you like spinach? No.
I don't. I like.
Good for you.
I like spinach salads. I do not like cooked spinach.
No, I do like some fresh baby spinach salads too. So try that, as well as some other organic materials, making our own inks, doing some special paintings. All right, Here's some fresh brushes for you if you want to try the turmeric again. I think it's still going to be grainy, but the grains will kind of get brushed off the paper after the fact too. It's a nice golden yellow from mixing turmeric and isopropyl alcohol.
Press that in there more.
I'll say, Allison, these first 2 weeks of DIY art materials was inspired by my wife. I'm going to pull up, we'll share some artwork that she did with everybody next week, but I am going to pull up a picture on the screen here. And these are her testing strips. So she'll make a lot of different inks, just like we did today, out of turmeric and beets, spinach as well, and also put copper and vinegar. It creates different colors. So she has tons of test strips that she makes her own work from.
That's cool.
So she's been doing all the homework for me
That's nice.
over her career. So. But she just had an art show up at Miami University in Oxford. It was at the art building where we went to college.
That's cool. Water bucket.
Water bucket. We're making a mess. It looks like a kitchen in here today. I was really surprised by that beet ink, how intense that was. That's Mark. He's doing some menorah coasters over here to our left. 'Tis the season. Things are in full swing for Christmas. Like we said, we got Illuminate Hamilton. I'm going to just switch it back here, Allison, so everyone can see you as we end out today's live art mini. So Allison's painting away. But we've got Illuminate Hamilton on Friday from 5 to 9. We've also got the Lakota East Art Fair on Saturday and Sunday in Westchester. So come see that. Also check out our store in person. Check out our online store as well. You can see our new designs of glass crystal